Hi, welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd do something a little bit different today, and as I mentioned in the last video, I'm quite interested in automotive memorabilia and old tools. And one I come across a few days ago, by chance as it happens, on clearing out a garage and a house we're selling, is a Champion Plugometer. There we go. This dates from the 60s, and I think it was introduced, according to the little information I can find online, in 1959, and it encourages you to change your plugs every 10,000 miles. I'm not sure whether this was an advertising gimmick. I guess it was, but it came in a red box, which I haven't got, and a set of detailed instructions. So I can't find any information as to whether it was a giveaway or you had to purchase it, but it gives you an indication of your spark plug condition, and also what a Champion spark plug will give you: peak performance, extra economy, and surefire starting. And also there's a handy little spark plug gap tool here and a few gauges, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, it's an interesting little item, interesting name as well, Plugometer. And yeah, let's have a little closer look. So let's have a closer look at our 1960s Plugometer from Champion. On one side we can see it encourages us to fit a new set of Champions at around 10,000 miles. And if we're a little bit forgetful, on the other side there's a handy gauge here that counts down, interestingly, from 3,000 miles. So you have to remember, it goes from 3 to 5 to 7 to 9 to 10, and then we have a red warning, renew. So there we go. If you can remember to mess about with your Plugometer, you'll never forget to change your plugs again. So on this side as well, we can see that there are handily placed holes next to pictures of spark plugs in various stages of muckiness, or worn, or oily, or burned, or petrol fouled, or normal. And what you do is you take your spark plug, this happens to be a 1970s spark plug, you slot it through the hole and compare with a picture. So we know what state our plugs are in and whether we need to change them. Although don't forget, you should change them at 10,000 miles regardless. On the other side, it tells you exactly what your spark plug from Champion will give you. It'll give you peak performance with more power. It'll give you extra economy with reduced petrol bills, and it'll give you surefire starting, saves battery wear and tear. That's a good thing to know. And also at the bottom, although this one's a little bit rusty, but will clean up quite well, we have our gap tool and gauges. Oh. Now this is our gap tool. You can see, here's our gap tool. You can see it's a little bit rusty, but you take your spark plug and check the gap. There we go. It also here gives you the facility with these little gauges, feeler gauges. If I can get them out, they're a bit rusty, but you can see they're there. And if here's the feeler gauges, you can see there, and that next to your gap tool, you've got a set of 3 feeler gauges, 0.2 thou, sorry, 20 thou, 25 thou and 32 thou. I suppose it's dependent on whether you've got a magneto, a coil, or a coil with a HV, to check your points. Now if you don't know what points are, Google is your friend. There's not much call for them these days unless you run an older card or a classic. And the good thing is it's good old-fashioned imperial thous. That's nice to see in this day and age. Well, that's your Champion Plugometer. I just love these sort of things from the 50s, 60s. You just don't seem to get this sort of thing these days, and I'll hang on to this. It's in not particularly good condition. There's a few bends here and there, and I'll clean it up and get these gauges working properly, and it'll remind me to change the plugs every 10,000 miles on my Lotus Elan. So what could be better to encourage me to change them regularly. I hope you, before I go, cost. These, you can pick these up on eBay or Etsy or any of those online auction sites for, depending on condition and depending on whether it's got the box and the instruction leaflet inside, you can pick them up for between 20 and 35–40 pounds. So if you want your own plugometer, then you can easily find one. I hope you've enjoyed this short little video on little bits of motoring memorabilia from days gone by, things that won't return, I guess, and there'll be lots more to come. I've got a few more items that I've got on the wall and lying around somewhere, which I'll make little videos on, you know, every couple of weeks or so. But if you like the video, please like and subscribe. There'll be lots more to come on the Lotus and on the other cars, and maybe not the Plugometer anymore, but other similar items. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.